a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC Worldwide, brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. A 17-year-old city teen was shot in the torso Monday evening as he stood in front of 512 Bay Street. Police say several shots came from the area of Francis Street. The victim was taken to Strong Memorial Hospital and is recovering. The investigation is continuing. No suspects so far. Another shooting less than 2 hours later happened in the 400 block of Thurston Road. Police found the 43-year-old city man. The victim was taken to Strong by private car with non-life-threatening injuries. There are no arrests to report, and the incident likewise under investigation. Police say an officer responding to a call Monday evening with his lights and siren on got into a wreck when a car turned in front of him on Norton Street. The officer was trying to pass the car when the driver tried to turn left just as the police car started to pull alongside. The officer was taken to Highland Hospital for a cut hand and to be checked out. The other driver went to Rochester General, complaining of pain. She was ticketed for failing to yield. Both cars had to be towed. The accused killer of Rochester police officer Darrell Pearson has been moved from Strong Memorial Hospital to the Monroe County Jail, and he's been indicted on 6 criminal counts by a Monroe County grand jury. The indictments unsealed Monday morning charged Thomas Johnson III with aggravated murder, attempted aggravated murder, first-degree assault, and multiple weapons possession charges. Johnson's accused of fatally shooting Officer Pearson during a foot chase following a traffic stop. Johnson was taken by wheelchair from the hospital and moved to jail in an unmarked car. The Rochester psychiatrist who was charged after a missing man's body was found hidden in his backyard was pulled Sunday out of the Niagara River. Police say Dr. William Lewick drove his car down a 40-foot embankment, then got out and he jumped into the water near the South Grand Island Bridge. A fisherman saw him in the river and called 911. Firefighters sent a rope team down to get him out. He was taken to the Erie County Medical Center. Lewick was charged with evidence tampering and drug possession after Matthew Stratton's body was found partly buried in his backyard. Paychex founder and philanthropist Tom Golisano went to court Monday seeking to have the assessment on his home in Mendon reduced. 4 years ago, Golisano challenged his assessment in court and successfully got it reduced from $5 million to a little less than $3 million. Golisano hired his own appraiser, who testified he compared Golisano's house and his 38-acre property in Mendon with comparable estate homes in the Rochester, Buffalo, and Syracuse markets. He concludes the house should be assessed at $1.5 million. Golisano says he's paying $100,000 a year in property taxes and thinks it ought to be half that. He says assessments are too subjective and they're out of whack, not like a sales tax where you know what the tax is supposed to be based on how much you spent. 3 advocates for Rochester's homeless were arrested Monday morning after they refused to end a protest in the Monroe County office building. Sister Grace Miller and 2 others were taken from the building by deputies. She and the other protesters had left when the building closed Friday after sitting in front of County Executive Maggie Brooks' office. They wanted a meeting to discuss the situation of homeless men who formerly slept in the Civic Center garage downtown, but had been locked out by a new security management company. Miller wants a county-run shelter for those men. The county has responded. It puts nearly $5 million a year into shelters for the homeless, run by well over a dozen agencies, and it does not intend to start one of its own. A Greece man has been arrested for stealing packages from the front porches of Irondequoit homes after one of the victims caught him doing it on video. The packages were taken last week on Simpson Road and Franklin Road. Police released the video clip to the media. It was seen by someone who realized she had seen that man in her neighborhood. When she spotted him again, she got the license plate and a vehicle description and called 911. Police tracked him down. 34-year-old Michael Schneider has been arrested on petty larceny charges and sent to the Monroe County Jail. Irondequoit police say Schneider's also a suspect in similar incidents in Rochester and in Greece. Voters in Pittsford decide Tuesday on whether to authorize borrowing $6 million to upgrade the town's athletic fields. Town recreation officials say Pittsford's fields are hard-pressed by heavy demands from a large number of sports teams. They're overused. They can't be taken offline to let the grass recover. There are also drainage and grading issues that need to be addressed. The plan is to build new fields at the Willard Road property and fix the problems with the others. Voting's at 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the lodges at Kings Bend Park. For details of how they plan to use the money, check out the Pittsford Town website. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of our pages and catch one. We post updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.